Hi friends, I'm Jennifer Scott and welcome back to my channel, J Scott Beauty. Well, as the thumbnail told you, today we are talking about the Inkey List. That's right, you know I love all things skincare, so of course I want to search out all the skincare brands, try all the products. It's going to take me a while, but today it's all about the Inkey List. Now, if you're not familiar with the Inkey List, it's been around since 2018. They have around 40 skincare products. They also have some hair and scalp products. I think we're around 9 or 10 on the website. It's a really great site. Everything is super affordable. As a matter of fact, it's very often compared to The Ordinary. They're both kind of single ingredient lines. You know, you're not going to get a product that has does everything for your skin. You're going to kind of find products that are going to target certain things that you're looking to target, which is great, especially if you're new to skincare and you're just thinking to yourself, I want to target fine lines. Oh, I have texture. Oh, my skin is dry. If you're just looking at, the picture as I have this issue, I have that issue, then single ingredient products might be great for you. Now, it's no secret if you've been watching my channel, I love all the skincare. I buy it like crazy. I use it like crazy. I find things I like. I find things I don't like, blah, blah, blah. However, when it came to the Inkey List, I didn't have much familiarity with the line. I've used their Q10 for a very long time. It's a great little serum. Now, using something like Q10, you're not going to see changes in your face. It's something that works within your skin to help fight off free radical damage. So that's just one of those products that I use, but I don't think about because it doesn't, show any visible changes on my skin really. But when I decided to look further into the Inkey List, I wanted to get products that were for issues that I have specifically. I decided to look at the Inkey List because it's affordable, and I had a feeling that a lot of you that are just stepping into skincare or have questions about it, this would be a great place for you to start. So let me show you what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, night and day. Oh, and if you're wondering, Inkey List, what does that mean? The Inkey List is actually a trade name for the ingredient list. All right, so I'm going to give you my overall overarching review of the brand. If you want to try single ingredient products, it's great. There's a ton for you to choose from no matter what skin condition you have going on. All right, so I purchased 6 products to use day and night. I didn't get anything for cleansers, and I didn't get anything that was SPF. I really just wanted active ingredient items that were just going to be part of my routine, replacing my normal active ingredients. So of course, the first thing that I started out with was a BHA. I'm a huge fan of the Paula's Choice BHA. You all know that. I've talked about it too many times, but I wanted to try the Inkey List. Now, here's the thing about this. It only comes in this 1 ounce size. It's $10.99. So you think to yourself, oh, it's affordable. Everything is priced under $15. $14.99 is the highest price you'll see on the site, which is great, super affordable. But one thing you have to keep in mind is the sizes. So the BHA is $10.99 for a 1 ounce size. And if you do the math, my Paula's Choice is $29.50 for a 4 ounce size. So technically, if you were to have to buy 4 more of these, it's $44, almost $45. That's pricey. But if you're tiptoeing into skincare and you want to see how certain ingredients work, this is great because they're small sizes. They'll last you a few weeks, maybe a month, and you'll get to really get an idea of if a certain ingredient works for you, if it doesn't work for you, and if you want to keep trying it. You can always move on to other brands that have larger sizes that are a little, more affordable when you're looking at price per ounce. So yeah, I love it if you're just wanting to try out some ingredients. If this is going to be a sustainable collection for you, it will be kind of pricey in the long run. But whatever, let's talk about what I was doing. So of course I was starting out with a BHA in the morning. It's my favorite thing for clearing my pores, keeping texture at bay. Love, love, love it. I didn't have any issues with this. It didn't sting. It kept my skin nice and clear and smooth. I had no problems with it. It's a great BHA. It's formulated with 2% salicylic acid and 1% hyaluronic acid. That's something I found in a lot of their products, that they do formulate hyaluronic acid in a lot of the ingredients. So I didn't get their hyaluronic acid. I normally don't use hyaluronic acid on its own. That's a whole nother story, but they do formulate a lot of their products with it already included. Can you guess what the second single ingredient was that I had to have? Yep, niacinamide. You know, it is my favorite all-around product. It does so much for the skin, so much for different skin types. It is such a great ingredient. So of course I got it. I had no problems with it. It worked great. No pore interactions, no stinging, no burning, nothing. My skin stayed bright. It was wonderful. Loved it. And it's $6.99 for 1 ounce, and it has 10% of niacinamide in it and 1% hyaluronic acid. The formulation worked great for me. $6.99, super affordable for niacinamide. I think if you've never tried it before, this is a great place to start. And then I rounded out my routine, of course, with a moisturizer. And you know, the minute I saw they had a peptide moisturizer, I snapped it up. It's $14.99, 1.7 ounces, which is normal for a moisturizer, which is great. So you're getting a normal size of moisturizer at a really great price, $14.99. And one of my favorite things is it comes with this little squeezy. I love those. It's so easy to get it out. You're not putting your finger into the product. It is nice and smooth and creamy. It sinks right in. It was really nice because I didn't feel it on top of my skin. And that's a huge thing for me with moisturizers, because once I put it on, I do not want to feel it. And actually, I really don't want to see it, because after it dries down, I want to be able to go over top with the sunscreen and not have any like interactions between the moisturizer and the sunscreen. I want everybody to layer beautifully. And this here peptide moisturizer layered beautifully. Now, because I was keeping my skincare simple when I was doing this, because I was introducing all new products from a different line into my routine, I didn't want to have a ton of products because I didn't want my skin to freak out. And if it was going to freak out on any of these, I wanted to be able to kind of pinpoint. Didn't freak out on anything, so that was awesome. And I think keeping the whole regimen simple was part of that. So in the evening, of course, you know, my favorite thing in the world is retinol. I had to have their retinol, and I was really, really pleasantly surprised with it. Now, as far as I'm concerned, retinol is kind of a, you never know what you're gonna get when you're trying out a new one. Sometimes it could be too high or too concentrated in retinol and your skin does not like it. Sometimes you get some irritation, flaking, whatever. This was really nice. Now, I think it's a mild version. As far as I can tell, it only has 1% retinol and, what? As far as I can tell, it only has 1% retinol in it and 0.5% of gram-active retinoid. Together, those are very gentle ingredients that really aren't going to bother your skin much. And that's what it did for me. It didn't bother my skin at all. It kept my skin smooth. I feel like it was doing it what it was supposed to. Now, the thing with retinols, you don't see any difference in your skin for at least the first 30 days. You will see the major difference after 3 months. Am I going to keep this up for 3 months? No, I don't need to. I have other retinols that I like very well. I tested this because I wanted to see how it would be for anyone that was starting something new with retinols. It's super gentle. I totally recommend it. I think you would do really well with it. Now, this here is only $9.99 for 1 ounce, which is a good price. But if you think of it, I would probably, because I tend to overuse products, I probably would have gone through this in about a month. I could have maybe stretched it 6 weeks. I don't know, we would see. But the point is, it could be a little expensive after a while, because very often you can get your retinols in like 3-ounce sizes, depending the brand, sometimes smaller, sometimes larger. And at $9.99 for 1 ounce, I have no problems with this. I think it is a nice formulation, especially for beginners. So on the nights that I wasn't using a retinol, of course I was using an AHA. I love my AHAs. I got the glycolic acid toner. Now, I only use a glycolic acid usually once, maybe twice a week, depending on what my skin is doing. I have learned over time that my skin can get aggravated by using too many exfoliants, especially glycolic acid. So once a week, maybe twice is the perfect amount for my routine. And it was the perfect amount using this one here. Now, I used it 3 times over the past 2 weeks. This was really nice. I would just shake it a few times into those little silken wipes that I've shown you that I use. It is, what is it, $10.99 for 3.4 ounces, which is a good deal, actually. I have some other, larger glycolic acids that are more expensive. I didn't want to figure it out price per ounce because I felt that at 3.4 ounces, that was not a bad price. I had no interactions with this at all. It did not sting, it did not burn, it did not irritate. I thought it was so nice. I really, really like this. So for anyone who wants to tiptoe into using acids for exfoliating purposes, this glycolic acid toner is really nice. You're so nice. You weren't mean to me at all. Now, this is formulated with 10% glycolic acid and 5% witch hazel. I don't actually think that I have many products that have witch hazel in it, so I didn't know what it was going to do. I used witch hazel way back when I was a young teenager, and back then it was kind of drying and a little bit stinging, so I was a little, worried about what was going to happen here. No problems. I didn't notice it at all. And then I would go on to my Ceramide night treatment. Now, this here is $14.99 for 1 ounce, so it's a little bit pricey, but I think it is kind of worth it. It does contain 3% of their ceramide complex and 2.5% of hyaluronic acid. So this is very hydrating, and that's what you want in the evening. You want to put hydrating ingredients on your skin to help combat the transepidermal water loss that's going to happen overnight. How many times am I going to say transepidermal water loss to you guys? I feel like I say it in every video. Yikes. Anyway, this is really nice. And on their website and actually on the packaging, it says that this is like your moisturizer. Now, that's the one thing I didn't love a lot. I tried it the first night as, you know, just my final step, like end of the night, last thing to do. And I didn't like it. My skin felt a little tacky, and I don't like that at all, especially like if you sleep on your side and you can feel your face sticking to your pillow. Ugh, gross. No, thank you. So the next night I started following it up with the Peptide Moisturizer, and I felt that was perfect. And you know me, I love the peptides, I love the ceramides, put them all on my face all the time. So topping this off with this is perfect for me. So every day I was basically using 3 products in the morning and 3 products at night because I was alternating the retinol and the glycolic acid, never using them on the same night. So what are my overall thoughts? I really like the Inkey List. I really like what they have to offer. So I have to tell you what one of my favorite things about the line as a whole is. It is super duper easy to figure out what to do when, because on every package, you know I love the packaging, and every actual product, it says where it should fit in your routine. So it starts out with clean, hydrate, treat, moisturize, and SPF. And then depending on the product you're using, it is highlighted where you would use it in your routine. It is foolproof. Sometimes you're not sure, oh, should I do this first? Should I do that first? Should I finish with this? No, they tell you exactly where to do it. And they also tell you on the actual packaging. It is on here, shows you exactly where to use it in your routine. How helpful is that? I mean, for so long, and even still, I see on different YouTube pages, I see on Instagram, people always asking questions. When do I use this in my routine? The Inkey List was like, hey, we got you. We're going to tell you when you use it. How helpful is that? Thank you, Inkey List. And then, of course, the other thing I like, if you open up the box, it's going to give you more information. That's right. It is going to tell you what you can use this with. How helpful. So this is my BHA box, and it says, pair me with hyaluronic acid and BHA, salicylic acid cleanser and BHA, and then BHA and niacinamide. It's saying all those things work great together. How helpful. Thank you. And then it tells you the difference between AHAs and BHAs. Like this information, they're just put inside the box. Please, rip open your box, learn something. Now, like I said, they have 40 products on the website. I actually got these from Sephora. I don't think Sephora carries all 40. They may on the website. They certainly didn't in store, but the prices are the same whether you get them from Sephora or the Inkey List website. Now, let us all remember, she is not an esthetician or a dermatologist. So if you have something going on with your skin, you need to see a professional. I am not a professional. I'm just here. Well, why am I here? I'm just here for the funsies and maybe a little bit of information. My takeaway, if you or anyone you know wants to start and try skincare, wants to maybe step up their skincare game, the Inkey List is a great place to start. Maybe add 1 or 2 new actives, 1 in the morning, 1 in the night, see how your skin responds, and go from there. Build slowly, see what ingredients your face likes and what it doesn't. But remember 2 things. Most of your ingredients are going to take anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days to really start showing up any sort of difference on your face. And if anything burns, stings, itches, wash it off. Don't leave it. Well, I gotta say this was kind of fun for me. It was 2 weeks, morning and night. I didn't use any of my other products. I, of course, used my favorite cleansers. I, of course, used my favorite SPFs. But other than that, I stuck solely to the Inkey List. I'm really happy with how everything worked out for me. No interactions. Everything was really nice. I think I'm gonna explore more of their products. All right, so if you're an Inkey List user and you have been using things that I didn't use here and you love them, let me know in the comments below. And if you used anything that was like, yikes, get it off my face, let me know. So what do you think about this single brand test? Do you think I should test other brands? Are there other brands that you want to know about but you don't want to spend the cash on? Let me know. I'm always game to try new stuff. Today, I would like to thank my new subscriber, Jennifer P. Hey girl, thanks for subscribing. I look forward to seeing you in the comments. Well, as always, I want to thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah! All right. guess that's it.